Okay?
You might do things that you probably don't want to do.
Very good. And before that, there's a really good answers. If I say the word marriage, I don't know what you think. You may think, Dad loves Mom and Mom loves Dad. You may think, I don't know my dad, I don't know where Mom is. Dad hits Mom, Dad cheats on Mom. You may think marriage is awesome and I hope to have a family like that someday, or you may think the word sucks. I don't know what you think of when you hear that word. But if you don't understand what the purpose of marriage is for, how in the world are we ever supposed to tell and talk about having sex in marriage and not outside of it and make sense to you? It's not going to. This represents marriage. That's what the fireplace is. Why? What are the characteristics of a fireplace?
Structured in together.
It's structured in together. It's not moving, is it?
It's a contained fire.
It's strong and it's sturdy, right? It's unmoving, yeah.
Boundaries.
Boundaries. It is safe, it's secure, and it's a strong, non-moving environment for a fire to take place in, right? Outside of that, do you have one? No, you don't. So the point is this, all right? Sex, if guys say, this is why we have sex. Why do guys have sex your age? It's one word. Pleasure, right? It feels awesome, sex is awesome. Feels good, touchy, touchy, me, me, right? Guys, girls, why do girls have sex? Why else do you think girls have sex besides pressure? One word.
Pleasure.
Wow. This cracks me up. It's the only thing girls want to talk about. If this is an all-girl class, it's the only thing they want to talk about. Huh? Say penis? That is what girls love to talk about in groups. That's all they want to talk about. You know what happens if girls saw what's going on right now about how clueless you guys are? They would start crying.
Nobody understands.
Oh my gosh. I heard about that word once when I was little, right? You guys can't even think of it collectively. And it's all that they want to talk about. You think they'd rather talk about penises than love? Do you have a girlfriend? I'm going to get you some literature, all right? You just need to read. This is a steady, stable environment. Guys have sex for pleasure. Generally, girls have sex because they want to feel loved. And they think that by giving themselves physically, somebody will love them more in return. Especially as teenagers, these are like the primary reasons. None of you guys go, Margaret, I feel like if I give my body to you and like make myself physically vulnerable, that like you will love me more in return and then want to be with me and our bond will be stronger. Right? You guys laugh when I say that because that's not in your ability to cognitively think up and actually say, right? Inside of marriage, sex is safe and secure and warm and cozy and relaxing and inviting, right? That is the most important thing for a girl. Security. Understanding that somebody's not going to leave them and use them. Outside of that, do you have a safe and secure environment?
Nope.
Pleasure, right, is only one part of the 6 main reasons why people have sex. It's only one. Penises is the other one, right? Oh wait, no, love. Yeah, showing and giving love. This thing is complicated. It's fascinating and it's complicated. You know what? Sex can either be incredibly powerful or it can be incredibly cheap. And that will be up for you to decide. Because for some people it doesn't mean anything now. And then some people, it's something that really bonds them and gives them something that can't be taken away, and it really secures their relationship. It is meant to keep the house warm. Right? It's the thing that brings them back at night, so to speak. Outside of that, you don't have a safe and secure environment. It's usually the thing that burns the house down. 4 weeks into a relationship on average, when people start having sex in high school, it breaks up before then. Less than 4 weeks after you start having sex, it burns the house down. Why? Because you're not ready, because you don't understand that, right? Because you probably don't understand how girls give and receive love. You guys have a lot to learn. This is, does this make sense at all?
Yeah.
Because it's not about me telling you what not to do. It's not about saying, don't do this and don't. It really is about understanding. How many people here want a happy and healthy marriage? 95% of you guys do, right? Guys don't sit around, you probably don't think about what you're going to wear on your wedding day, right? And this time, I hope not, but that's okay if you do. Maybe you can wear your green shirt.
Yeah.
But girls do. Most of you want a happy, healthy marriage. You say you want to be married once and you want it to be a positive and encouraging and loving place. Do you think that is going to happen by chance or by choice? I really am convinced that it's going to happen by your choices. Not just, hey, man, everything's going to work out cool. Beer and boobs are the coolest thing on planet Earth. And if you spray this stuff on your body, 10 chicks want to jump on you at once.
Didn't work for me. I tried it. It didn't work.
You really stood outside like the Catholic
Yeah.
girls' school and sprayed stuff on you and really thought they might jump on you?
It was worth a shot.
Did you walk home sad and lonely a little bit?
No.
No? Did you skip home sad and lonely? You did. Yeah, he did. There's another thing here. When I say it's not just about you, that means everything that you do affects somebody. It's just a matter of how. Right? That's the other thing to think about, because girls think about you probably a little bit more than you think about them. That's what I gather from talking to them, right? Because they actually think about the guy and what he's thinking, and they try to figure it out. You guys really don't care all that much. You just go, I don't know, I don't get it. They think about penises in a group. All right? So the point being that everything that you do is going to affect somebody else. Here's the other thing. You can look around this room. You can probably tell me most people's names. Probably tell me something about the person sitting next to you. Maybe a lot, maybe not much. But odds are you don't know a whole lot about what's really going on in people's lives and their own experiences. You don't know a lot about me, just like I don't know a lot about you. And believe me, that affects the way that you treat each other. Because if we're going to talk about sex, something very powerful and unique, you better start at a far simpler place and understand simply how you treat each other in friendships. Because everybody here just said they wanted happy and healthy marriages one day. Right? Do you think happy and healthy marriages really exist if you're not a good friend? Do you guys ever think about that? Because friendship really is like that foundation that says, I care about you more than just what I want. So when this relates to everything that we're talking about today, I don't know what you've been through. Just like you don't know what I've been through. We can look at each other and guess, but odds are we don't know. By the time that I was about your age, instead of being, how old are you? How old are you?
15.
15, how old are all of you? 15. There's always one guy who's like 29, and that's okay, because we learn at different rates, okay? Okay, learners? By the time I was about your age, in fact, instead of being awkward, and you guys went through your voice cracking stage a few years back and hanging out with your friends and complaining about teachers and getting stuck in summer school and asking Susie, Joe, Bob, what's her face to the dance and the thousands of other things that you get to deal with every day. I remember being locked up in juvenile detention, and I remember being court ordered and sentenced to a long-term drug and alcohol rehabilitation program, and they read off charges that ranged from theft to assault to the illegal use of alcohol, marijuana, uppers, downers, whippets, inhalants, LSD, crack, cocaine, even pill forms of heroin. I was a pretty messed up kid. All right? Don't worry, I'm not going to hit you. All right? Sometimes you guys hear me go, I did crack, and you're like, ah. So I just want you, just relax. I was a pretty messed up kid. I was pretty hurting.